And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Just looking now, just to let you know, I promised you Monday, and I will go on social media and put this up. Tomorrow, we're going to do a local story on Gilmer County, the post commissioners, the raise that's being proposed for the post commissioners. That will be tomorrow. We will do that story, and I think anybody out there should pay attention to this story tomorrow. We're going to do that. We promise you there. Also, we want to say, want you to do me well, wait a minute. I'm going to do this, Josh. I want to cut this real quick, and I want to send this to you. What I want to do is I want you to bring it up when I get ready to go to the next one, so it's ready, even if it has to go across the whole entire, however you want to do it, Josh. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm sending you a pic here now. I want to show the people at home some things that we're doing. All right, right here at FYN. We got something new we got going on at FYN. Josh, put up, I'm getting ready for work this morning, and I'm listening to some news in the background. And Sunday, I noticed this guy was on one of the Sunday shows. When I watch the Sunday shows, I noticed this guy was on one of the Sunday shows. And I thought to myself, oh my God, what's this guy doing on TV? Why would they even let him like on one of the Sunday shows to make recommendations of anything? And go ahead and put up number 9. And I heard in the background, and this was on Fox, from Chicago to cable, Emmanuel attends meetings with MSNBC and CNN. Why would they let this low-life, corrupt mayor, okay? And you wonder if the media is not the enemy of the people? This low-life, corrupt mayor of Chicago that has made a disaster. I mean, Chicago has always been a disaster, but he has really been a disaster for several years. Maybe not always, but he has made a total mess, and it's the murder capital. I mean, Kanye said they call it Chirac, right? Chirac. Oh, man. And this guy's in talks with MSNBC and CNN. MSNBC and CNN for, he's going to go right from mayor of a murder capital city to a, we're going to call it now, Rahm Emanuel. Okay, number 25. So, HQ2 will not be in Georgia. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, I have people out there yelling, you wanted to turn down 50,000 jobs? First of all, Amazon split the jobs. What do you want to bet that all of the tax abatements, all of these major deals that Amazon was given by New York and Northern Virginia, they will still get, and they split the deal. It was supposed to be 50,000 jobs, but Amazon's going to go for 2 locations for HQ2. Wouldn't HQ2 in 2 locations be HQ2 and HQ3? Just saying. Amazon picks New York and Northern Virginia for HQ2. After running a year-long competition that drew interest from hundreds of cities and a number of states, Amazon has reportedly chosen New York City and Northern Virginia to split duty as its second headquarters. Okay. The development projects, which could be announced as soon as Tuesday, today, promise to bring the cities a giant infusion of jobs and tax revenue, but are almost certain to draw fire from critics concerned about their impact on infrastructure and property values. The company said the new facility would create as many as 50,000 jobs and cost at about $5 billion. The announcement sent cities into a frenzy, with some making elaborate moves to attract Amazon's attention. Kansas City Mayor Sly James wrote 5-star reviews for 1,000 random items on Amazon's website. Tucson sent Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos a giant cactus, and Stonecrest, Georgia, offered to rename some of its land the city of Amazon. 25,000 jobs. Translated, 25,000 liberal votes. Stacey Abrams is short 20,000 now. So let me tell you something. This is one of those I know I'm in trouble kind of days. Georgia Republicans, can I say this? Well, I can. Damn it, I own the place. Have you ever, do you realize I'm not a big Nathan Deal fan, Governor Nathan Deal? I don't come on here and rail 7 days a week of my dislike for him. I don't come on here and rail 7 days a week. He was just days from being under federal investigation when he retired as a congressman, and we turned around and made him a governor. I don't come in and rail on that. I don't come in and rail that he was a Democrat congressman from the 9th District when he switched over to Republican because he just politically, he felt the temperature of the Republican water in Georgia. I don't come on and rail about that, okay? I don't come on and rail on a daily basis that Governor Deal is not a conservative. He has raised the state budget in the 8 years he's governor. He raised the state budget $5.5 billion in 5 years, over $1 billion a year in the last 5 years. I don't come on and rail about that. I don't come on here and rail about that the ice storm that happened in whatever year, he blew so bad that after that he just said, I don't give a rat's about the state's money. I will just call a state of emergency for a hard rain. And we have had how many state of emergencies since the ice deal that he blew that time? I don't come on and rail about that. I do not come on a daily basis and discuss that that he was totally against. Yes, he was totally against open carry, campus carry, a gun bill. He was against it, but he did finally sign it after it got watered down. Okay, I don't come on and say anything about that where Governor Nathan Deal is concerned. I don't really discuss how he vetoed a religious liberty bill that mirrored the House passed, and it mirrored the federal bill. I don't really, because it was not, in his words, somewhere, I will quote, when I say his words, I have to be careful. He made a comment, so that is not Georgia values. And remember all of these religious liberty bills and the adoption, all right, faith-based adoption. Remember all that stuff? He was concerned that somebody would leave the state or economically. I don't come on and rail about that. I don't come on and rail about how the governor and our Republicans have kissed the NFL's ass to get the Super Bowl, that we had to give them a tax break. The NFL got a big tax break. To NFL tickets. That's part of the deal of getting the Super Bowl. You got to give a tax break to the NFL tickets holders. I don't come on and talk about us having to kiss the NFL's ass. I don't come on and talk about how we've invested money into these big major sporting complexes that they say we did not as a government, state government. I don't come on a daily basis and say that. I just say it all in one day. I'm not a big Nathan Deal fan. I mean, I wish him well, okay? I wish him well, but you do realize there's two things. Number one, Brian Kemp's the first real Republican governor of Georgia. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't Sonny Perdue. You can get a little ugly with me. Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying that. Well, listen, I know you cringe when you say establishment Republican. You cringe when you say rhinos. And I get so tired that if we don't lock step with everything that, you tell us we got to lock step with, we're bad people. But you know what? Sonny Perdue wasn't a Republican. Nathan Deal has not been a Republican and is not a Republican. Brian Kemp is. And we're hoping for a different state. Now, the reason I have said this over and over and over. Why, we wanted jobs. Why, yes, you wanted jobs. Okay, I'm glad you wanted jobs. I support jobs. But you look. Now, you're going to say, well, wait a minute. You're contradicting yourself. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I understand the New Georgia Project. All right? I understand the New Georgia Project. And what happened there as far as going out in Georgia and trying to register 250,000 people to get her across the finish line. I understand that Soros and Tom Steyer and Michael Bloomberg poured money into this state. I understand that. But let me tell you another thing that you need to understand why you're not liking me. So let's just go for the you don't like me totally move. You need to thank Nathan Deal for importing about as many liberal, importing about as many liberal companies and giving away the farm and the tax deals. And with him, your Republican friends in Georgia that brought all of these liberals and all of these people from union states and all these companies with union backgrounds to Georgia to help vote Democrat. Every single time you turn on the TV and you believe in the lie, okay? Why, Georgia has to accept it's turning purple because, the demographics, the Hispanic population in Georgia. What? Really? You want me to believe that? I don't. I believe Georgia has turned purple over the past several years because Republicans continue to give these tax breaks. And next thing you know, we've got the Hollywood of the South here from California. And the Hollywood of the South is liberal. Okay? Well, are you against them making movies? No, I'm not against them. Let's just talk the facts. You have all these major corporations. Mercedes came from New Jersey. What the hell came with them? Blue voters. You get a company that comes from Illinois. What the hell comes with them? Blue voters. You got all these blue voters. They've invested so much in blue voters. And they would not touch nothing controversial for the last 8 years. Okay? Deal nothing. Because he did not want to send a message that goes against Georgia values. Nathan Deal, really? And Republicans in Georgia? Let me tell you something. For those of you that think that I'm a newcomer, I was in your state in 1999, 1998. I was in your state when you probably built more houses. It was one of the most explosive cities, okay, in the United States as far as economic boom. I don't want to get in trouble. Roy Barnes was the governor. I know, you just got mad. No, I'm not saying I'd rather have a Democrat governor. Roy Barnes was the governor of Georgia when I moved here. The state was booming. Housing was booming. We went into a national economic downturn, not just Georgia. But I'll tell you what, in the last depression, I guess I call it depression of 2010, 2009 and 10, I guess we could thank the Republicans of Georgia for saving the ship. I guess we could thank the Republicans of Georgia for bringing in jobs. I think we could thank the Republicans of Georgia of getting things balanced out to where we did not, you're asking me, do I not remember teacher furloughs? Yes. But if you're going to continue to thank the Republicans for doing all those things, you need to thank the Republicans of Georgia for bringing in as many liberal voters as they possibly could get in the 6th district and many around Atlanta and metropolitan areas. That has changed the face of Georgia, because that's how Georgia became a purple state, not because of the Hispanic population. And I want to thank Amazon for picking 2 more places to go and not picking Georgia, because I'm tired of giving these tax breaks to these major corporations, okay? I am tired of supporting these major corporations with our tax money, and then we supplement them with the welfare and everything else when our people can't afford somewhere to live. I get tired of that stuff. Flat tired of supplementing these corporations. So I'm glad you didn't come to Georgia, no matter what people think. And I'm glad you didn't bring the 25,000 liberal jobs, because that's just about 25,000 that Stacey Abrams is short, and that's all we need is some more liberal companies to power in here, knowing we have no traditional conservative values in this state, and keep pushing the state purple to where they're going to get it blue one day. I'm your host, BKP. I probably need to take a break. Let's take a break right there. We'll be right back right after these messages.